Welcome to my channel Vaira Citadel. In my last 4 or 5 videos, we have seen problems in coding and decoding with numbers, with letters, and questions based on series. Now in this video, we will learn about how to solve problems based on direction sense, the north, east, west, south direction sense. Usually in these types of problems, information about the moves and distance covered by a person or an object will be given in the form of statements, and you will be asked to calculate the total distance covered, or about the shortest distance between any 2 points, or questions may also be asked on the direction of the movement. But there are 4 main directions and 4 subsidiary directions. The main directions are also known as cardinal direction, which are east, west, north, south. You are familiar with that. And the 4 subsidiary directions are northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. And these are the 8 directions. And before plunging into doing problems, you should know how to mark this on your map, how to mark the directions on your map. Always the north is on the topmost side. So immediately put north, the topmost region, and opposite to that you mark south. And to your right, you are facing north, and to your right hand side it is east, and opposite is west. So once you mark north side, it is very easy, the opposite is south. And once you know that facing north, your right hand side is east, you can mark east, and the opposite is west. So now the main directions are over, and now you should be able to mark the subsidiary directions. It's very simple and easy, because between north and east you will see northeast, and between south and east you see southeast, and between north and west you see northwest, and between south and west you mark southwest. So you should know how to mark the 8 direction if you want to proceed with problems dealing with directions. Okay. See, before going into problems, you should know one more thing, Pythagoras theorem, because many of the problems involving distance will use the Pythagoras theorem. So what is Pythagoras theorem? It says that the square of the length of the hypotenuse equals the sum of the squares of the lengths of the other 2 sides. The same thing is expressed in the form of letters here. I repeat, the square of the length of the hypotenuse equals the sum of the squares of the lengths of the other 2 sides. Now, this Pythagoras theorem is usually applicable to a right angle triangle. What is a right angled triangle? In a triangle, the triangle always has 3 sides. In a triangle, if one side is 90 degrees, one angle is out of the 3 angles, one angle is 90 degrees. This is called a right angle triangle. And the side opposite to the right angle is the hypotenuse. So this is the hypotenuse, AC. In a triangle ABC, AC is the hypotenuse. And B, this side, AB, is the base, B. And BC, this line, BC is the perpendicular line. So in a triangle ABC, the H is the hypotenuse, which is the side opposite to the right angle, and this is the base AB, B, and this side, the other side is perpendicular to the base is P. So hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of B square plus P square. If we say it in the form of statement, the square of the length of the hypotenuse equals the sum of the square of the length of the other two sides. What are the other two sides? The base and the perpendicular side. So if you add up the squares, you will get the square of the hypotenuse. This is the Pythagoras theorem, which you should know, because we are going to use this Pythagoras theorem in our problems. Now, read the first problem. A man started walking towards the south of his house. After walking 8 kilometers, he realized he had come too far. So he turned and came back 4 kilometers. Then he took a right turn and moved 3 kilometers. Calculate how far is he from the starting point. So read the problem carefully and draw the directions. Now you know how to draw the direction, all the four main direction and also the subsidiary directions. Draw it correctly and you will get the answer. Now first read the first sentence. A man started walking towards the south of his house. So south is always bottom. So towards south means he is walking towards the bottom. After walking 8 kilometers. So this is suppose 8 kilometers. And he realized he had come too far. So he turned back. So he goes in the same road, same direction. 4 kilometers means half of it. So he travels 4 kilometers up to this. And he took a right turn. So this is the right turn. And moved 3 kilometers. So here, right turn, he goes 3 kilometers. So this is 3 kilometers. And calculate. He is here now. How far is he from the starting point? So he started here. He traveled towards south. So he started here and now he is here. So what is this distance? So see, this is a triangle and this is a right angle triangle. Here you see the right angle and the side opposite is the hypotenuse H. And you know that the base is 3 kilometers. And this one is 4 kilometers. How do you know this is 4? He has traveled 4 kilometers. What is remaining from 8 kilometers? Total 8 kilometers. So he turned halfway. So he traveled 4 kilometers. So the remaining distance is 4 kilometers. So the perpendicular of the triangle is 4 kilometers and the base is 3 kilometers. You have to find the hypotenuse. You know the formula now. The h squared is equal to the sum of the square of the base and the perpendicular. So what is the perpendicular? 4. 4 into 4, 16. And sum of, so the base is 3 kilometer. 3 into 3. Square is 3 into 3. 3 into 3 is 9. So the sum of the square of the two sides. The sum of this is 25. Is equal to h2. This is the h square, hypotenuse square. So if you find the square root of 25 is equal to 5, which is the distance. This hypotenuse is 5 kilometers. Why are we calculating the square root? Because what we got is the h squared. H squared is equal to b squared plus p squared. So b squared is 3 into 3 and h square is 4 into 4. 4 into 4 16 and 3 into 3 9. Total is 25. 25 is h square and we don't want h square. We want h. So square root of h square is 5. So distance traveled. How far is he from the starting point? He started from here and traveled south. So this is the starting point, this is the end point. So we are calculating the hypotenuse, which is equal to 5 kilometers. The answer is 5 kilometers, right? See, this problem is comparatively easy. You don't have to use Pythagoras theorem. Read the problem carefully. X traveled 30 kilometers and turned left to travel 20 kilometers further. Then he took left turn again and traveled for 30 kilometers. How far is he from the starting point? X is the name of the person. He traveled 30 kilometers. See, no direction is given. So anyway you can draw. So you can draw this way or this way, anything. You will get the same answer, provided you follow the directions correctly. Okay. So now let us start. Suppose I start from here. He traveled 30 kilometers this way, this direction. 30 kilometers. And he's going this way. And he turned left. See, facing this side, this is left, right? He traveled 20 kilometers. This side he traveled 20 kilometers. Then he took left turn again. So here, this is again left turn and traveled for 30 kilometers. How far is he from the starting point? This is the starting point, isn't it? And this is the end point. So what is the distance here? This is 20 because this is a rectangle where the opposite sides are equal, 2 lengths and 2 breadths. So the 2 lengths are equal, 30, 30, and here the breadth should also be the same, 20 kilometers. So this is very easy, and here we are not making use, no triangle there. Here it is a rectangle. So it's comparatively very easy. Only thing you should draw the, even if you suppose you want to draw in some other direction. Suppose he come this way, the problem. See, he started here and walked 30 kilometers towards south. Suppose we say it's towards south, toward downward, 30 kilometers. And then he turned left. So while coming this way, facing down. So left is this side. So he traveled 20 kilometers. This is 30. And here it is 20. And then again he took a left turn. Again he traveled 30. And what is the distance? That's what it's asking. What is the, how far is he from the starting point? This is the starting point and this is the end point. And so this distance is again 20. So the same, whichever direction you draw, you should get the same answer. Okay, because here the first statement, no direction is given. So anyway you can draw all the 4 directions. If you saw, you will get the same answer, 20 kilometers. So look at this problem. Postman walked 20 meters straight. Okay, this is 20. Okay, and he turned right and walked 10 meters. So this is 10 meters. And after turning left, this is left. He walked 10 meters. This distance is 10 meters. After turning right, he walked 20 meters. Then again he turned right and walked 70 meters. Okay, total is 70. Calculate how far is he from his office. This distance is asked. So first we should calculate this. This is a triangle, right angle triangle. So we can first find out this distance. We know that up to this is 20 and this distance is 10. So 20 plus 10, so we know this side is 30. And we can find out this total is 70 And now we should find out how much is this perpendicular line. The base is 30, the P we have to find out. And up to this, we know it is here, up to this it is 20. And isn't it, up to this it is 20 meter, up to this distance. And this distance is 10 meter. So 20 plus 10, 30. Up to this is 30. Total is 70. So what is this? It is 10, 70 minus 30, 40. So this is 40. So the perpendicular length is 40, the base length is 30. You know it is a right angle triangle. The side opposite is the hypotenuse, which we have to find out, because this is the distance between the starting point from his post office. This is where he reached end. This is the starting point. So this is the hypotenuse line. And this is the right angle triangle. So we know the formula, the Pythagoras theorem, that is h square is equal to b square plus p square. And what is p perpendicular is 40. 40 into 40, 16,000 plus 30 into 30, 900. You add this, you get 22,500. This is h squared, hypotenuse squared, and square root of this is 50. 50 into 50 is 2,500. So you're finding the length of the hypotenuse, which is 50, which is the distance from his office till the last point he reached. So this 50, everything is in meter, right? So answer is 50 meters. You got it? See, regarding directions, you should know these points. Only then it will be easier for you to solve any problem. See, the first point is, you know that sun rises in the east side. And in the morning, when the sun rises there, the shadow of the person will always fall on the west side, opposite to the sun. So morning, sun is in the east, so his shadow will be on the west. In the same way, in the evening also in the opposite direction. Evening, the sunset is in the west. So the shadow will be seen on the opposite side, east. And always remember, when you are standing facing the east direction, your left hand side will be north. And the opposite will be true. If you are standing facing the north, your right hand side will be east. And if your person is facing the north direction in the morning, his shadow will be on his left side, because the sun will be on the east and the shadow will be on the left side, that is on the west. And if your person faces north in the evening, that is during the sunset, when the sun will be on his left side, the shadow will be on his right side. So if you remember these points, it will be easy for you to solve any problem on directions. And also you should know that clockwise movement is always in this direction, starting from here this way. It is clockwise, like the clock. How do you read the time, you know? So this way. So that is clockwise. And anti-clockwise is the reverse, this way. Clockwise, this way. So always remember this. Because sometimes they may say that the person turned clockwise. Then you should know. Well friends, we have come to the end of this video on direction sense. And the next video we will see other problems in mathematics, reasoning and aptitude. Until then, bye bye, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel on Vaira, Citadel, and click the bell icon for further notification. Thank you.